Hi, Dr. Patterson here. And in this segment, even though I have a slide of some flowers and just nature, it says we talk about regenerative medicine here, I wanted to include water. And one of the waters I wanted to talk about was Zam Zam water. Okay, this is well water that's found in Saudi Arabia. You can actually import that water here. It's some of the best water. I mean, when I first started drinking the water, um, I urinated so much I thought I had a urinary tract infection. And so what it does, even though coming from here and I don't drink the tap water here, having for decades, and a lot of the bottled water, even the spring water here, there's no comparison to Zam Zam water, which is, like I say, found as well water from Saudi Arabia. And so what it does to your body show you that it has some sort of physiological effect on the body, a very positive physiological effect on the body, is that when you first drink it, at least for me, it makes you urinate a lot. So there's frequency there. And after about 3 to 4 hours of drinking it, you notice that now the body feels like it's back to normal again. But there's some things that we've noticed about Zam Zam water, and there were questions raised by the BBC years ago, the British Broadcasting Corporation, that talked about health concerns as it relates to arsenic and certain nitrite contents in the Zam Zam water, which we know can cause cancer. But either way, it was tested and found out that the Zam Zam water is much better than a lot of the waters that we drink here in the States and different places around the world, except for maybe like Switzerland. So I'm just going to read to you some facts. I want to look this up because this is from published in 2020, the American Journal of Blood Research, and it's also in the National Library of Medicine where you can get this information from. But it says that through testing, they found that Zam Zam water exerts tissue protective effects um, that contradicts malignancy. See, so now anytime you can drink water and it has a positive effect on your tissue, this is something that's needed with certain diseases. Okay, it's pathogen free. There's no bacterial overgrowth, and so they tested this on certain in a petri dish, and they found that to be the case. Also, what they found was there was a significant decrease in serum uric acid. So, what does that affect? That affects gout. Okay, so a person who suffers with gout, this is the possibility of drinking Zam Zam water and reducing the inflammation caused by gout is something that needs to be looked into. Okay, so we don't have that type of water here. Okay, just looking at some other effects that it had. It had a hypolipidemic effect when you consume that. So that means that your lipids would actually start to go down. That would affect your cholesterol, whether it's LDL or HDL cholesterol, and total cholesterol content in the body. See, the levels rather. And so this is what you want to do. You want to at least try it and see. Now, like I said, you have to get that imported. It's not here. And this supersedes the H3O, which I don't agree with drinking that kind of water. You want to, especially if you have a condition, you need water. You need H2O. Okay, so Zam Zam water is H2O. That's the formulation that you want. It's just that the water has certain benefits that you can't find in some of these other waters. It's also high in calcium, magnesium, and selenium. Now, this is excellent because if patients have problems with their kidneys, okay, here they can get a certain level of nutrients, some of the minerals that the body needs without worrying about calcification or worrying about having a problem with stones in the water. The water is sterile, it is devoid of bacteria and fungi. So these are some important things to look at. Now, it was something else that I wanted to bring to your attention. We talk about certain metal ions. It says that 4 essential metal ions are presently enormous in content in Zam Zam water. That includes sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium. And in addition to this, 7 trace mineral ions are also available: molybdenum, um, vanadium, manganese, iron, cobalt, copper, zinc. And so now, if you know anything about trace minerals are needed in your diet on a daily basis in order for you to be able to run all of the metabolic processes. Okay, so to run the Krebs cycle or citric acid cycle, to run the electron transport system, these are systems that take your food and convert that food into energy. And your mitochondria can produce this type of energy if you have the right nutrients. If you don't have trace minerals in your diet, you will not be able to run these metabolic processes. And this is where chronic disease will creep in. And so this water has this. Now that's very important. Okay, so they also looked at certain uh, properties of this Zam Zam water on um, kidney function, and it had a positive outcome. The properties were antioxidant, anti-tumor, antidepressant agents. Can you imagine that? Now, this is all in water. So here we got water that's healing, and this is something that I highly recommend that you at least try it. But it's something that people who go to the Far East doing a religious pilgrimage, that's what they have there. Okay, so this is not for religious purposes. This is for health purposes, and it's been confirmed that Zam Zam water is some of the best water. The second best water that I think is really good is the water in Switzerland. It's a type of water that's a spring water. It's not well water. It's mountain water. It's very good. And the way that you can tell that the water is really good is that you don't have to, when bathing, you don't need that much soap. It lathers, and plus, when the water makes you feel good on the inside, it's really hard. Everything is based on test today, and not based on how you feel. Does it make you feel better? If it makes you feel better, then more than likely it's something that's good for you. Okay, so that's my opinion about Zam Zam water. I highly recommend it. You would have to have it imported, rather expensive, but it's something that you should try, especially if you can't get to the well that's in Saudi Arabia. Best in health.